your Storm Track forecast first. Sponsored by Ed Bozarth Chevrolet Buick GMC.
We're starting to see a few more breaks of the rain out there right now, but a little bit more will still be on its way throughout the course of the next few hours or so. But even so, it's just scattered rain chances, not the swath we saw earlier on as temperatures stay in the 60s. But when exactly will that rain finally clear out? A closer look at that is still to come. KSNT News at 10 starts now.
Now on KSNT News.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. Police have spent the majority of tonight asking for your help to find this man who they believe is connected to the homicide that happened on Thursday at Southwest Taylor Street. They've been calling him armed and dangerous. We were first to tell you about 18-year-old Brandon Gayer tonight, but coming into the newsroom just minutes ago, we were told that he has been found. Now, earlier today, police surrounded Washburn South apartments this afternoon, causing the area of the 2100 block of Southwest McVicker to be closed for hours. They were waiting for a search warrant for an apartment in that area. Now, they did not find a suspect in the apartment after searching at that time. And just about 30 minutes before that, police arrested a man at the Dollar Tree on Southwest 29th Street and Kansas Avenue, who they also believe is connected to the Southwest Taylor Street homicide. The name of that suspect has not been released at this time. This is a developing story, and we will continue to keep you updated as we learn more. Shawnee County Commissioners are meeting tomorrow to talk about the first ever of its kind, a comprehensive plan for the county. KSNT News reporter Dan Garrett is live in the studio tonight to introduce us to a local woman who says one part of the plan completely ruins her family's chance to move onto a farm.
Molly, for the past 2 years, Shawnee County has been revising a comprehensive plan that will be used as a guide for the next 20 years. Now, Shawnee County is one of the last to actually make a comprehensive plan, and some farmers are upset with some of the amendments. Carol Marple and her husband have owned this corn farm for the past 10 years. They want to have their children move on to the farm to help when they get older, but with the current state of Shawnee County's 20-year comprehensive plan, that might not happen.
So this farm here is 320 acres. We could have one relative and one building site. That's not right.
For the past 2 years, Shawnee County has been putting together a plan that will cover a lot of topics throughout the county.
Everything from economic development, farming industry, where are people going to live in the next 20 years?
The plan is not in place yet, but that could change soon. Monday morning, commissioners will read the draft of the plan. Anyone is encouraged to attend and give their opinions on the current proposal.
If you don't have the opportunity to be there tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., there's still time for you to weigh in and contact your county commissioner or the county commission in general to weigh in your opinion.
Carol plans to attend tomorrow's meeting. She says she wants the plan to be scrapped entirely.
I see no reason to have a comprehensive plan. Why do we have to follow what every other county does? You know, let's enforce what we have, and then let's take a look about writing new laws.
When the commissioners do vote on the plan, it will have to win with a 2-to-1 vote. The meeting will take place tomorrow at 9 a.m. at the Shawnee County Annex if you would like to attend. Dan Garrett, KSNT News.
All right, thanks, Dan. And you can find a copy of that entire comprehensive plan on our website at ksnt.com.
And we've been tracking rain for much of your Sunday. It was a bit of a soaker at times, but that main swath of rain that gave us the steady rain now starting to push its way out. You can see that on satellite and radar this evening, where you're seeing the yellows and the oranges. That's now pushing back to the north and northeast and into portions of Nebraska as well as Missouri. So we're finally starting to catch a little bit of a break from the rain, aside from a few sporadic sprinkles and light rain showers. However, we do still have more rain chances on the way, and you can see that as we broaden the view on satellite and radar right now. Still look at all the wraparound showers that are getting out of South Dakota into Nebraska as well. That comes our next rain chance, but it will be much more broken than what we saw for today. Even so, during the overnight hours, we continue to catch a break from the rain at times, but you could run into a few scattered showers, maybe even a rumble of thunder heading out the door tomorrow morning. But with the rain and the cloud cover, it's been noticeably cooler today. We are in the 60s, aside from Lawrence coming in at 72 degrees right now. I think even Lawrence will fall back into the 60s for tonight because of the cloud cover and some of the rain. But when will that rain finally start to wrap up? Because you could still run into it tomorrow morning. A closer look at that is still to come.
Now, even though we did see that rain today, it has been a rare sight, but farmers were definitely happy to see that rain come in today. KSNT News reporter Hannah Brandt is live tonight to introduce us to a local farmer who says that rain has impacted him. Good evening, Hannah.
Molly, the rain has temporarily stopped here, but it was coming down pretty hard earlier today. And that's a good thing for these crops, for livestock, and for Kansas farmers. Leroy Russell is the Shawnee County agriculture agent. He's also been a cattle farmer for years. And he says recently the weather has made his job harder.
It's been a pretty challenging summer, like I said, between the heat and the very dry, and watching the crops dry up, and the pastures are looking bad. There's dry ponds out there, and so a lot of cattle people are struggling also.
But this morning he was excited to see rain falling.
That's a good sign. Anytime it's rain, we were hauling hay this morning, but it's fine to make us stop because we got some rain.
And he says for some farmers, it could make a difference.
Well, they're predicting 1 to 2 inches, and if we had 1 to 2 inches, it would get us through another week or two, and maybe get some of those soybeans setting on. Now, the cattle farmers, it's going to make a big difference.
But Russell says people in his field just have to take it day by day.
Farmers struggle, and ranchers, they struggle every year between drought or too much rain, or you get a hailstorm, or you get all the different things, the wildfires that going through. But they're tough, and they just keep on going.
Russell says that this is exactly how farmers like it, a couple of days of rain followed by some drier weather. Live in Topeka, Hannah Brandt, KSNT News.
All right, thank you, Hannah. And of course, stick with us. Our Storm Track weather team will continue to keep you updated and tracking when the next rainfall will occur this week. Well, Topeka Church is celebrating a big milestone today. St. John African Methodist Church celebrated its 150th anniversary. Bishop Clement Few preached to the church on this special occasion today. The superintendent for the Sunday school says the anniversary celebrates how far this church has come.
And so we have come a mighty long way, and whatever obstacles that our forefathers faced, they were able to overcome and have faith.
The church has also made a 20-year time capsule during the event. City leaders as well as officials were in attendance at today's service. Well, thousands of cities across the country participated in Clear the Shelters Day, and KSNT News was a proud sponsor of clearing the shelters here in Northeast Kansas. Now in Topeka, Helping Hands Humane Society had 170 pets up for adoptions, and a lot of local families went in to visit them. As you can see them piling in there. Helping Hands ended the day finding 118 pets new homes, and 22 other pets were put on hold for people to pick up later this week. Meanwhile, in Lawrence, soon-to-be pet owners were lining up as early as midnight. Look at that line out there at the Lawrence Humane Society. Adoption fees were completely waived for all pets. Each new pet owner got to pick out a leash for their new furry friend. 101 dogs, 103 cats, and 1 rabbit found their forever homes in Lawrence, bringing their total number of adoptions to 225. Now we take you to Jefferson County Humane Society, who celebrated Clear the Shelters in a big way as well. Guests were treated to water slides, hot dogs, hamburgers, and some treats for their new family members. The shelter started their discounts on Friday up until last night. They had over 50 cats and kittens available. They ended their day finding 13 animals forever homes. And finally in Holton, a story that warms my heart. A husband and wife found a new baby and are welcoming them home. Kathy and Rob Keeves were not even planning on adopting a dog this weekend, but then when they came across Heart of Jackson while doing some errands around town, they found one they fell in love with. And once they got to the shelter, they found Tootsie. Look at her love and honor there. The Keys family has always loved dogs, many of their pets actually coming from shelters, and they say the bond they make with rescues is always worth it.
They've really made great pets. They've really been great companions, very loyal. So I mean, unless you've got $500 or $1,500, $2,000 to spend every time you want a dog, go to a shelter.
I think you find your best pets there anyway.
And you can see Tootsie's already so happy with their family. Heart of Jackson had a total of 4 applications for Clear the Shelters Day. Now in total, clearing the shelters across Northeast Kansas, we helped find 400 pets forever homes. Well, the Boys and Girls Club's biggest fundraiser of the year was a major success. How many local kids the program will serve this year is coming up.
Plus, it was a bit of a soaker for your Sunday. Much of northeast Kansas saw over an inch of rain, about an inch and a half at Manhattan Airport. But some viewers reported between 2 to 4 inches of rain. But when will the rain finally come to an end? And how much more could these totals climb? A closer look at that is still to come.